Go, Quincy Richard's heroics paced Southern to their second SWAC championship. Today, the Jaguars' championship legacy is in the hands of the league's best offensive player, quarterback Thomas Ricks. In 2 of his 3 previous years, Alabama State's Rock Dillon has tasted SWAC championship glory, but come away empty. Today, he looks to satisfy his hunger with a win over Southern. The SWAC title game is next on BET. Straight year, the battle for SWAC supremacy has taken place in the state of Alabama, and the conference is billing this one as the ultimate rematch. 2 teams getting to know each other very, very well as BET presents Black College Football from Legion Field in Birmingham, Alabama. It's the SWAC championship featuring Alabama State and Southern. Hello, everybody. I'm George Johnson. Well, for the second consecutive year, these 2 teams have proven to be the dominant teams in their respective divisions, although this one almost didn't happen. You see, ironically, Southern needed a little bit of help from Alabama State. After losing in the Bayou, they found their destiny in the Hornets' hand. If Alabama State beat Arkansas Pine Bluff last week, well, Southern was in, and Alabama State would comply, setting up a second straight season in which we see these 2 teams battle for SWAC supremacy and gives the Jags a chance to defend their title. With that, I bring in my broadcast partner, Jay Walker. Jay, you know, Alabama State sitting there saying, this is who we wanted. They say in order to be the best, you got to beat the best, and they're going to get a huge dose of the best offensive player in the SWAC, and that being Thomas Ricks.
Yeah, what Thomas Ricks has found a way to do is just beat defenses either with his arm, with his feet, or with his leadership capabilities, finding a way to win the games late with fourth-quarter comebacks. He showed versatility and athleticism. He's a tremendous athlete that knows how to win, most importantly.
See, in the first meeting, Ricks did it all. Threw for over 400 yards, ran for over 60, but when you think about it, Charles Coe's club has had trouble all year long with mobile quarterbacks. How or who do they counter with?
Well, they got to get a piece of the rock, and they got to hope that Rock Dillon delivers blows and becomes Thomas Ricks' best friend today, because Brock is the defensive player of the year, Ricks is the offensive player of the year. Whoever plays best today, which one of those offensive player of the year, defensive player of the year plays best today, they'll walk away with a ring, and that's what it's all about.
You know, in the first meeting this year, Southern trailed in the 4th quarter by 20 points, still were able to come up with enough points to win that game, and a come-from-behind win. We'll see if Alabama State, as I said, has revenge on their mind, comes away with a title next on BET. Today's SWAC championship is brought to you by Southwest Airlines. Over 2,800 non-stop daily flights to 60 destinations all across the country. And by the new Chevrolets, 10 new cars and trucks in 20 months. An American Revolution.
Congratulations! You launched the pink slip virus. Your office is now infected. They'll soon trace it back to you. Good luck finding a new job.
Want to get away? Just go to Southwest.com for Southwest Airlines $39 to $149 internet specials to 59 destinations nationwide.
You are now free to move about the country.
Ready, Captain.
Pedal.
Check.
Wheel.
Check.
Inflate movie.
Check.
Dad, do you know where you're going?
OnStar, can I help you?
Check. No wonder we call it the Max. Chevy Malibu Max, an American Revolution.
Order up. What's the matter, baby?
My girlfriend, Aisha, she left me.
Oh, that's skinny.
She took my appetite and my ability to love.
Oh, baby, here. Try your sandwich with a Pepsi.
You got what I need, but you said you got the friend.
So tell me what you think about my Isaac player.
Oh, baby.
Sandwiches need Pepsi. It's the cola.
Take me home, take me
me home. To my family. I need to be surrounded by
an irresistible combination of Tide Clean and a touch of Downy's softness and freshness. Introducing new Tide with a touch of Downy.
Holiday Mint Blast. Sonic's got it, others don't. Celebrate the holidays with Sonic's new Holiday Mint Blast. It's a creamy vanilla treat blended with M&M's brand mint chocolate candies. It's not just good, it's Sonic good.
And welcome back, Legion Field, Birmingham, Alabama, and you can see the Hornets are ready to go, ready to come away possibly with a victory over their nemesis, Southern. For more on today's action, let's head down to the field. We're standing by my man, Cleasy, Joe Claire.
What's going on, y'all? It's your man, Joe Claire, out here tailgating with the fans. Y'all make some noise. As y'all can see, it's about to get crunk out here as Southern and Alabama State get it on. This is what it's all about, baby. It's about this big, beautiful trophy right here. I'm trying to tell you, it's going to be a great game today. It's chilly out here, but we're going to have a good time. Back up to y'all upstairs, man. Who got the ribs? Where the ribs at?
Joe always looking for a free grub. In fact, you saw the ribs earlier, Jay, and you wanted to get down there as well.
And that's what happens when you get a team from Louisiana and a team from Alabama. You know, we saw the seafood and the gumbo and all that stuff. Well, those are the Louisiana folks from Southern. And then you saw the meat. That's Alabama.
Well, you got a good look right there of Rock Dillon. Ronald Dillon is the real name, the senior from Memphis, Tennessee, who really looking forward to this game. We talked to him yesterday, asking what playing in the SWAC championship means to him personally.
It's bigger than anything. It's the biggest game of my life, not career, you know, my life. You know, I've been at Alabama State. This is my 4th year here, and I've been blessed to come to the championship here in Birmingham 3 times out of the 4 years. And the only thing I haven't gained in my collegiate career is the championship and beating Southern. That's the only school that we haven't beat as seniors that's in the SWAC conference. We have defeated every team that we have faced except for Southern. So that would mean a lot to win the championship, to go on top and be able to look back years down the line and say that we've done it all.
Well, if Rock Dillon hasn't knocked off Southern, that means that this man right here, Charles Coe, is also looking for his first victory against the Southern Jaguars in his 2nd season. Last year was the interim head coach and took his team to the championship, and they took that tag off, and he has truly been earning his dollars. The other man on the other side, Pete Richardson, in his 12th season, 4 11-win seasons, 1 12-win seasons to his credit. He's won 5 conference titles, including back-to-back championships in 97, 98, and 99. A man truly knows how to coach.
Yeah, and he's one of those guys that in the black college profession, he's probably one of the most respected coaches out there. He's one of the legends of the game, and he's done a great job because prior to his first year at Southern University, they were 2-9, and he came in and made a difference right away, taking them to their first 11-win season, his first year down in Baton Rouge.
Prince said, overcast skies never turned me on, and if that were the case, he wouldn't like a game like today because there's nothing but overcast skies over top of us. Going to be a little breezy, but you were down on the field prior to kickoff. Little cold out there, you say.
Just like Joe Claire said, it's chilly outside.
Joseph Lewis and company going to return the football, and Alabama State jumps all over them. Big-time play right there by Fred Brewer as Thomas Ricks now brings his club onto the field. He, of course, the SWAC Offensive Player of the Year, led the SWAC in total offense, having completed 58% of his passes. You see his numbers right there.
Yeah, very impressive numbers. What you don't see are those 4th-quarter comeback victories that he's led his team on. During the season, one stretch, 3 consecutive weeks in a row. Great leader, great athlete, and he's a joy to watch run the football as well.
This offense averaging 30 points a game coming in. They are 2nd in the conference in rushing, 2nd in passing, 2nd in total offense. And Ricks immediately going downfield, testing that secondary, looking for one of the top receivers in the conference in James Vernon, and overthrows him. As we now take a look at our offensive line, and you can see Maniah Smith on that left tackle spot, 1st team all-SWAC for the 2nd consecutive year. The left side is strong with Wells and Gerard, also Salisbury in theory rounding out the offensive line. Your backfield, Devin Herbert is a redshirt freshman. They have gone down to their 4th back. They've had injuries all up and down the backfield, and Herbert gets the start in this one. You also see a little of Larry Nichols, and Diedrich Schellmeyer will play fullback at times and tight end. Second down, pass is complete out in the flat. Look at the nice move by Antonio Overstreet to make the play. A look now at Alabama State's defense, and the Hornets been solid, allowing just 17 points a game. Up front, Jimmy Parham's been moved up into the starting spot. Dillon is solid at linebacker, but so is Gresham and Dupuis. Defensive backfield, Dion Lewis, we saw him a couple of weeks ago here on BET. It was his coming out party against Alabama A&M. Since that game, they cannot get him out of that defensive backfield. He has been solid. First down now for Southern. Inside handoff goes to Herbert. Herbert finds some room, able to get past Rock Dillon and tiptoe down the sideline for a nice gain and another first down. And you can see up front, Lance Gerard. Brandon Cox has been the guy who's been playing the center all year long for this team, but Lance Gerard, and we talked to the coaching staff yesterday, he's been inserted as the center after an injury last week to the starter, and they're really concerned about some of the things that he'll do up front. Ricks on first down, pass. Oh, a little tip drill right there, and Alabama State almost coming up with the turnover in and out of the hands of the defensive back.
Yeah, this is one the DB has to come up with this ball here. Maybe that's why they call them defensive backs. They're wide receivers that can't catch. Ricks throws a good pass here, but it's a little bit high off the mark, so the ball gets tipped up high. And the DB, you got to have that ball right there, but that's why he plays DB and not wide receiver.
Ricks threw for 21 touchdowns this year, just 9 interceptions. There he is on 2nd and 10.
Got him.
Again, found his man out in the flat, and that's Vernon with speed. And a big-time gain for James Vernon of 22 yards and another first down.
Man, you heard right in the middle of that play, I said they got him. Well, what happens is whenever you call a screen pass and they bring an aggressive blitz, you've got a seam right in the middle of the defense. And on this opportunity, Southern did a good job of setting up the screen. He had the offensive line out in front, and they got to the crease.
The folks at Southern again told us, they said, we are going to challenge this defensive secondary of Alabama State. We're going to throw 5 receivers at them. We don't know if they can watch every last one of them. 1st and 10, balls inside the 30-yard line, driving Southern on their first possession. This time the pitch back to the tailback. Devin Herbert showing some moves right there, as again he starts for the first time in his career due to injury. Had just 14 carries coming in, Jay.
Yeah, when you get blocks like this, when you get the great kick-out block right there by the fullback, it's easy to run up there as a freshman. You see the hole just running the daylight there. We didn't think Southern was going to be able to run the football, but they've come out with 2 run plays, averaging around 8 yards a carry so far running the ball today.
Mark Frederick was the man leading the way with that block that Jay talked about. 2nd down after an 8-yard pickup. And this time, Alabama State is waiting for Herbert, and that's that man we talked about, Dion Lewis, crashing through and making the play.
Yeah, that's a great play there in anticipation. What he did was use his speed to accelerate through the hole. What do you do when you've got a big offensive line running straight at you? You use your speed to get around them.
Again, Dion Lewis, the senior from Dixon Mills, Alabama. And the man was just absolutely outstanding a couple of weeks ago, as we said right here on BET, against Alabama A&M. He was everywhere.
Yeah, what I like about him is, to use this term, he's got legs. I mean, he can run, he can accelerate, and he's quick, and he knows how to get himself in the proper tackling position.
Loss of a couple that sets him 3rd down. Ricks up the middle. Oh! He had his receiver, who was unable to come down with the reception. And we saw them run that play all day yesterday in practice.
Yeah, that's one of those Southern traditional plays. Anytime you spread out the defense, you throw those quick slant routes, and Ricks does a good job delivering the ball there, but they got to come away with the reception.
Edward Robinson, the freshman from New Orleans. So here's Ricks now. And if they were to attempt the field goal, it would be from 40 yards out. But they're going to go for it on 4th down. And now a timeout. And maybe Pete was waiting to see how Alabama State was going to counter.
Yeah, I think so. You know, during the pregame, I asked Coach Richardson what's his limit on his field goal unit. And this was exactly the limit he said. If you line it up to kick from the 30-yard line, that's as far as we can go.
Well, Pete Richardson and this crew will talk about it. 4th down when they get back and when we get back.
140 horsepower Chrysler 300C. The moment you see it is the moment you want it. Chrysler, inspiration comes standard.
School project? Yeah, want to help? Sure, little man. Let me show you how it's done. Uh-oh. Quick, find a sponge before Mama comes in.
You don't need a sponge for this job when Bounty's around. It has Bounty quilts, and it's stronger when wet, allowing you to tackle tough jobs you never thought a paper towel could.
Whoa! How'd you do that?
Bounty, big man. That's how Mama gets it done.
The quilted tough job picker-upper, Bounty.
Catch performances by Ja Rule, Twister, and more.
Check out the Source Awards, only on BET.
The Source Awards is on again, Tuesday at 9.
If you've been waiting for prices to come down to buy a new computer, then this is your lucky day.
We finally got a computer.
Presenting the AOL Optimized PC. It's ready to go right out of the box. This fully loaded computer has it all. Big monitor, color printer, stereo speakers, and all the software you need, including AOL 9.0 Optimized. AOL wants to help everyone get online, so now you can get all the internet has to offer.
And the best part? Knowing that my kids are safer online with AOL. For me, that's peace of mind.
Just sign up for a year of AOL, and this complete computer system is yours for under $300. Try it risk-free for 30 days. AOL guarantees your satisfaction or your money back.
To order the AOL Optimized PC and a 1-year subscription to AOL, call 1-800-343-8512 or order online at AOLPC.com. Order now.
And welcome back as the Jaguar Nation, they like to call them, in the house. So here we are again with Ricks in the shotgun. Gonna run a little option play. Tosses back to his tailback, who picks up maybe 11 yards on the play. Another good play for Southern, this time with the carry is Bobby Rhodes.
Yeah, I mean, look, and there's nobody over here on the outside to get to the quarterback. So he had all day to hold on to that football there. Good decision to run the ball to the defender, got close enough to him, then pitch the ball to the running back. Thomas Ricks making good decisions with the pitch.
That was Rose's 4th carry of the season, just to give you an idea of how far on the depth chart they've had to go down with all the injuries to their running backs. Rose picks up a first down. It's 1st and goal. Ricks over the middle, intercepted by Alabama State. And going back the other way is the linebacker, Billy Gresham. Gresham, the junior from Montgomery, Alabama, makes the big interception, and wow, the Hornets dodge a bullet.
Yeah, good job of reading the quarterback's eyes there, and Ricks took him to where the ball was. And I like, did you see the force? You see him behind you after he got the interception? Aggressive right here, just going to where Ricks is taking him. And Ricks just tries to act like he doesn't see him. And he, look at the form, look at the streak right there. I like the, get the high knees up, get up, get up. Oh, lower your shoulder. Oh, then a little sidearm. What you step out of bounds for, baby? You did a good little sweep move on the quarterback and you step out of bounds. But that's why he's a linebacker and not a running back.
He's also the top tackler on this football team, but he makes a big interception, his first INT of the season, and Alabama State now in good position as they quickly go to work through the air. And your quarterback, Tavares Jackson, is the man completing the pass. Jackson, the redshirt junior from Montgomery, Alabama, completing 52% of his passes, 20 touchdowns, 8 INTs.
And what you don't see there, and George, you can tell him this one, you don't see that gun that he has. He's got one of the strongest arms in all of the country. I don't care, 1A, 2A, 1AA. He's got one of the strongest arms, and that right shoulder, he's got a cannon.
Just keep in mind, folks, that's a former NFL quarterback talking about that arm. He knows when he sees a gun, and you like this kid.
I think he can play on Sundays, work on his touch a little bit, which he's done, and he's won a whole lot of football games, so that's what you really judge a quarterback by.
Leading rusher in the SWAC, Keldrick Williams trying to get outside, nothing doing, as Victor Phillips is the man there to push him out of bounds. Let's take a look at the offensive line for Alabama State. Wilkerson, Benaby, Kerry Nagel is solid at the center position. A first-team All-SWAC selection. Harris and Alford round out that top 5 up front. Keldrick Williams, as I said, the leading rusher in the SWAC. He'll have Lee Carter blocking for him. Glover and Harris are solid receivers, but again, they like the balanced attack, and they like to go to this kid as much as possible in Keldrick Williams.
And I would get the ball to him as well, especially when it's 0-0. You can get him involved early. But their problem has been sometimes they get off the slow start. Let's see what they do on the opening drive here.
High formation. Williams takes the handoff and was really unable to find any room as Renee Gettridge was the man there to start things off for the Jaguars defense. As we take a look at the starting unit for that Southern defense, there's Gettridge right there, along with Perry Davis, the senior from New Orleans, Charles Lemons, and Raylan Johnson rounding out that four. Taurus Morgan has been a solid defender all year long, but Edgar Algeret is also very good, and Ahmad Trudeau has been solid in the defensive secondary with 8 interceptions this season. That not only leads the conference, but also is very high in Division I AA. In fact, he leads all Division I AA defensive backs with those 8 INTs.
And being fans of the game, sometimes we just fall in love with the Jaguar offense. It's fun to watch. It's spread out. The defense gets overshadowed from time to time, but this is a solid group, and they're doing a good job at stopping the run. They're underestimated. They don't get the appreciation they deserve, but you can't run on them. You can't really pass on them. Very balanced defensive Jaguar squad.
You can see Pete Richardson on the left and Charles Coe on the right. Two very good coaches, as Jay remarked earlier. Just both respected.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you, the guy on the left, he doesn't have a contract. His contract's up at the end of the year, and the guy on the right just got his contract. Charles Coe just got his contract. Southern better not let Pete Richardson entertain too many offers, because you can't risk even the chance of losing Coach Richardson.
5-time SWAC Coach of the Year is Pete Richardson. 105. That's how many wins he has since coming to Southern, and lost just 36 games. So now, second down, and I'm scared to say how far they have to go. Our statistician Paul Evans says 29 yards for a first down. Oh, and they tried a little pass over the middle, and that defensive line was all over it. Give credit to Andre Payton, number 99, for hitting the back at the right time.
Yeah, great recognition. Anytime the offensive line just gives you a free release, you're taught to look for him. And actually, you're going to see a stumble. One of the offensive linemen blocked the Southern defender down on the ground, so he was on his knees when he saw the screen coming. But good recognition of knowing where you are on the football field at all times.
So third down now, and 29 yards for a first down.
And take a deep shot here. I mean, you got a 6'6" wide receiver out there for Alabama State, and Lorenzo Hoffman. Why not send him on a go route? And if the ball's intercepted, it's just as good as a punt.
Well, Alabama State is converted on 45% of their opportunities on third down. That's the best mark in the SWAC.
But I wonder what their percentages are on third and plus 20.
I think they go down dramatically, Jay. I think they go down dramatically.
An older sibling rarely misses an opportunity to have a little fun at their younger sibling's expense. Cobalt, the new commotion in the Chevy family.
Here we go.
I wanted popcorn chicken.
I wanted crispy strips.
I wanted original recipe.
Introducing the Variety Bucket from KFC, a 3-in-1 combo of KFC favorites. 4 pieces of original recipe chicken, 4 crispy strips, and 1 large popcorn chicken, all for just $9.99. There's a new way to please everyone, only in Chicken Capital USA.
The passage is intense, but if you complete the journey, you will find your destiny among the world's greatest warriors. The few, the proud, the Marines.
When you sit for a long time and then stand up, you need Always Ultra Thin Super. Its unique leak guard core is designed to help quickly pull fluid deep into the middle of the pad to protect better than the next leading brand's regular Ultra. For confident stand-up protection, always.
And welcome back to another Southwest Airlines presentation of Black College Football as we bring you Black College Football's crescendo, the SWAC Championship. Alabama State in white against Southern. And the Hornets faced with a 3rd and long, and Jarvis Jackson just going to hold on to the football and try to get as many yards as he can, as that'll set up a 4th and long. Coming in, Alabama State very concerned of the quarterback they were facing in Thomas Ricks and his ability not only to use his arm, but also his ability to use his feet to beat you. And we asked the head coach, Charles Coe, about that threat of the mobile quarterback, most notably Ricks.
A mobile quarterback causes problems for any football team. I mean, that guy that can pull the ball down at any time and run with it as well as throw it. And then the fact that you hit him, you know, and you don't put him out. He's a big guy. He's 6'2", 215, 220 pounds. So he gets up and still make things happen. He's the, you know, he's the kind of the pilot behind that offense. So he's an outstanding quarterback and is named the offensive player of the SWAC. So, you know, he presents a problem for us, but it's a problem that we're aware of, that we're going to have to, you know, have answers for.
You get a good look at Thomas Ricks as Colby Miller punts the football 39 yards and Albert Turner returns it 10. So Southern takes over with their 2nd possession of the football game, 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. But Ricks really, this is a guy that actually could have started for this team last year. Only Quincy Richard, who ended up being the Black College Player of the Year, was ahead of him.
Yeah, I mean, Quincy stepped up big time. He had the dream season, the best season ever for a quarterback at Southern University. And what can you do when a guy is just playing above himself for the whole year?
So 1st and 10, a shovel pass inside. That garners maybe a yard, setting up 2nd down. Meanwhile, on the other side of the football, Pete Richardson coming into this football game, getting to know Alabama State very, very well. This is what he says is the keys to victory.
We're concerned about them offensively. I think they have one of the finest offenses in our conference, and they can move the football. Their quarterback, Jackson, is an excellent athlete, and they got 2 strong running backs. So, you know, it's going to be a big challenge for us to control them offensively, and it's going to take a great effort.
Well, those are our coaches' quotes brought to you by the new Chevrolets. 10 new cars and trucks in 20 months in the American Revolution. And why I read that, Southern does what they have to do to try to make something happen, as Jacoby Theory was the man who picked up the football after it was knocked away from Ricks.
Yeah, and, you know, for those of you at home know right away, the offensive lineman can't touch the football unless it's dropped on the ground, and Ricks handed the ball to him, so that was a flag right away. He could have ran all the way for a touchdown, which would have been even funnier than him running for that 1-yard pickup.
I got illegal touching on the offense, number 63, 5-yard penalty, and a loss of down.
Well, Theory's a redshirt freshman. 6'2", 280 pounds they list him as.
Yeah, he got a little camera time. You see here, Ricks gets a little distorted in terms of knowing who the blue jerseys were and didn't recognize that it was number 63, not 23 there, so he kind of just threw the ball to him. Here you take it, trying to avoid the sack, and ended up hurting his team and costing them more.
Look at the way he's holding that football.
Like a loaf of bread, isn't he? like a hamburger or something.
He's like some, you know, super duper running back who's real confident with his stick. So here's Ricks now, trying to throw the pass over the middle. There were 2 receivers in the vicinity. It looked like it was going to Antonio Overstreet, though. And Overstreet wants a penalty.
And I'm really surprised. I mean, Alabama State, their coaching staff, defensive coordinator Tony Pierce, said that they were going to be aggressive and play a lot of man-to-man coverage to give them different looks to look at. And right there, you're looking at defensive coordinator Pierce, and they're doing a good job of the defensive secondary stepping up. I mean, these 7 wide receivers aren't running wide open. There's a body on them all the time. So they're staying with their aggressive nature, blitzing the quarterback and making Ricks make great throws. And thus far, the Hornets have been successful.
Tony Pierce, one of 5 assistants who was voted Assistant of the Year this year, done a good job with Alabama State. And on 4th down, Colby Miller going to punt the football, and it goes 34 yards, no return.
And that's why when the coaches, we saw, why did they call that draw play on 3rd and 20, the quarterback draw? Well, that gave them an opportunity to pin the Southern defense back. Now look at the battlefield position. Alabama State had patience, didn't do anything dumb like throw an interception or go for an interception. Now they're getting the ball in great field position. They just need 3 first downs to put some points on the board.
So here comes Alabama State with their 2nd possession of the football game, 1st and 10. They're on their own 47-yard line. I formation again behind Jackson. He's going to play action. Look at that gun Jake talked about. And a big-time catch over the middle.
I mean, he threw that deep post route like it was a slam.
Unbelievable. 34-yard gain by Reginald Glover on the catch of DeVaris Jackson.
Yeah, and it's just a quick flick of the wrist. I mean, look at this play action fake, and look at the quick flick. Bam! And he lets loose on that post route. I mean, you're talking 30 yards down the field, and he threw it like it was an 8-yard slant route. And look at the route here. I like what they do here. He gets a clean release on the inside. The outside receiver gets here. His job is just to get inside of the defensive back, come across his face. He does a good job. Great hands, because that was a rocket coming his way.
Glover, who had 38 catches this year, that in the top 10 in the SWAC, 6 to be exact, because they handed off this time to Williams, and Williams did everything he could to try to avoid that defense and even lost his helmet in the process.
And kept running. I mean, you know, hey, football's a game of being macho, but once you get hit without a helmet, I'm gone. I'm going down. So look at the contact there, and he gets his helmet taken off here, and he's still running. Look, still churning. I'll tell you, he's a tough little kid. Not a big guy, kind of short and compact, 5'9", 202 pounds, but as tough as they come.
Averaging 6 yards a carry. He has 3 carries, though, in this one for -8 yards. So second down now. Make it 13 after the loss. Jackson again going to show off that gun this time. The pass was too high for his intended receiver, Alvance Robinson, the junior.
And every now and then, Alabama State, they can be so balanced that it becomes detrimental to them. I mean, right now, Southern, you're exploiting their passing game. Jackson seems like he's on point early in the game. Continue to throw the ball, but since they're so balanced, I mean, almost to an exact science, a 50-50 run-pass ratio, you almost know, okay, they're going to run the ball, they're going to pass the ball. They're going to run the ball, they're going to pass the ball. So every now and then, just let it go. I mean, I really like seeing Jackson throw the ball, put the game in his hands early, then start running the ball with Williams.
Third down now. 2 receivers split to the left, make that 3 receivers to the left of Jackson. He's going to roll right, look for a block, throw it on the run, and it was behind his receiver. Jackson looked like he had some room in front of him and then decided last moment that he might have a receiver, but it was behind him.
Yeah, and the wide receiver made a mental error there. As a wide receiver, and you're taught when the quarterback starts to scramble, don't drift upfield, go straight to the sideline in a straight line. He started drifting, allowing the defensive back to come underneath him.
So Anthony Johnson, the sophomore, going to attempt a 42-yard field goal. We saw him kicking it from long distance before the game, and none of them looked like that.
Well, that 3-iron, he right there. Oh, he's got
room in front of him.
And he's got a man
entourage. And finally brought down, but a big-time play there by Victor Phillips. A 54-yard return off the field goal attempt for Alabama State.
And both of these teams are playing like this isn't a championship game. If you're trying to go out there and win a championship, you don't turn the ball over. You don't have kicks blocked when you're trying to win something. I mean, this ball doesn't get above the line. And he kicked the guy in the back of his head. He's got plenty of leg, but he pulled out the wrong club, George. He had 3-iron out. He needs to get the, I would go with like a 6-iron, you know, get a little longer trajectory. He's got a strong leg.
He would have played it, you would have played it safe and got it back in the fairway, right?
Get in the fairway. Give it a chance. I mean, if you hit the guy in the back of the helmet, you don't have a chance. Great return right there. And you like to think with all those blue jerseys there, he should have been able to take it to the house, but a good job of running with the football after he picked it up cleanly after the block kick.
Phillips, the senior from Gonzales, Louisiana, gives his team great field position. 1st and 10 from the 20. Going in the corner, and another, almost intercepted. Ricks looked like he had thrown another pick, but that one in and out of the hands of the defensive back, and that being Dion Lewis.
And Dion Lewis, we've come to expect such great things from you, man. You've got to come down with that ball. That was a gimme. I mean, you read his eyes all the way. You're right there. Why are you jumping? Oh, baby, but I'll tell all the defensive back is a wide receiver that can't catch, George. I keep telling you that.
And he's got great size at 6'2", 183. 1 interception on the season for Dion Lewis, who attempts to blitz this time. Ricks picks it up and completes his pass over the middle to the wide receiver, Antonio Overstreet.
Well, that's a stable there. And one of the things that Southern University quarterbacks have always had an ability to do is throw slant patterns from the shotgun. It's a science to that one. They go over it time and time again. You have to have a quick release, and it goes back from the Eric Randall days to the to the Quincy Richards, to all those guys, to the Lewises. They've had these quick releases, and they've had the ability to throw slant routes from the shotgun. Very hard to do.
Now, Ricks again in the shotgun. Now, you'd think that this means pass, but Ricks will run the football. And that's a play that they call in the huddle. And there's a great example of, with the 5-receiver set, Ricks is going to run it. They say Ricks is their best running back.
Yeah, and they realize that they're thin at the running back position, and if Ricks can run it, I like this deception here. I mean, you got the guy pulling here, and he outruns the lineman. He's a tough guy, but that's a quarterback knowing I don't have time to risk waiting for this offensive lineman to pull. Let me get out in front of him and pick up these 3 yards, try to get a fresh, set it down. Travis
Logan is the man who made the tackle, but Ricks picks up the first down. So here we now see with the early success, outscoring opponents by a huge margin. And they are in great position for another set of points as they pitch it to the tailback, Herbert, who takes it down inside the 2.
And the good thing about this Jaguar line, we talk about their running. It's not that the running game has not really been there. It's because they just don't have the running backs. They're all getting hurt. But this offensive line they have, I mean, they're a big group up front. Minion Smith, all SWAC, 340 pounds, 6 feet 7 inches. Just run behind him.
Herbert already with 19 yards on 4 carries. But Ricks going to take it up the middle on 2nd and goal and score the touchdown. And for Ricks, that's his 8th rushing touchdown of the season, and it gives Southern the early 6-0 lead.
And the offensive line of Southern, Lunda Wells and Lance Gerard, the center, and they're starting to force their will on this Alabama State defense. They put points on the board there, helping capitalize the running game, and Ricks was a recipient of great blocking.
Again, we talked about the fact that the starting center for Ricks out, Lance Gerard, doing a good job coming off the bench, has to call the plays, as you said, as the coaching staff told us before, and did a good job there trying to clear a path for his quarterback.
Yeah, because they actually only traveled 7 linemen, they said. They really said 6, but we got a converted fullback we're putting there if all else fails. So they're doing a good job early. They just have to stay healthy for 4 quarters.
Breck Ackley with the point after is good. So with 5:05 left here in the first quarter, Thomas Ricks, they got a break off a blocked field goal, got great field position, and were able to capitalize for 7.
An older sibling rarely misses an opportunity to have a little fun at their younger sibling's expense. Cobalt, the new commotion in the Chevy family.
Catch performances by Ja Rule, Twister, and more.
Check out the Source Awards, only on BET.
The Source Awards is on again, Tuesday at 9.
On this show called Degrassi, parents kind of suck. There's this hot guy, Craig, whose dad beat him all the time, so he's all, I'm out of here, and his dad's like, fine. Then he gets in a car crash and dies. Then this other girl, Ashley, who Craig totally hooked up with, parents are divorced, and she's like, Mom, are you and Dad gonna get back together? And Mom's all, no. And then her dad goes, Ashley, I'm gay. And Ashley's all, why didn't you tell me? And her dad's like, you weren't old enough. She's like, you suck. And that's why she's totally goth. Degrassi, it goes there. New episode tonight at 8 p.m. on channel 298.
Drop that controller and grab the remote, because Spike TV is taking you to the next level with the biggest night of the year for video games. It's Spike TV's Video Game Awards 2004 with live performances by Sum 41, Ludacris, host Snoop Dogg, and more.
This show's going doggy style.
Spike TV's Video Game Awards 2004, live Tuesday, December 14th at 9. Put it on pause for this one, dog.
Tell it like it is, my man.
Only on Spike TV.
Well, the 6th annual SWAC Championship being brought to you by Southwest Airlines right here on BET. And early on here in the first quarter, Southern on top 7-0. Thanks to a blocked field goal, returned for 54 yards, and then Thomas Ricks taking it in from a couple of yards out on the quarterback draw.
Yeah, and that's such a big swing in momentum. You go from getting in a position to possibly gain the lead to all of a sudden your defense is playing back on its heels and you're down by 7. So a 10-point swing. Let's see if Alabama State can stay composed and recover.
And Alabama State going to take the kickoff at the 10-yard line. And a nice little return right there for the Hornets, that being Jatavius Abrams. And for more, let's go back down to the field. Cleasy, what's up, man?
What's up, y'all? Listen, since this is the first time we've seen them on BET College Football this season, I came to get true Jaguar Nation, you know, indoctrinated. Look at it. These people ain't playing out here. With that touchdown they just got, look at this system. Man, they doing it out here. That blue and that gold. It made me think of Jay Walker's suit, because he got that gold on up there looking like T.D. Jakes. So I'm down here having a good time with this gold, and y'all have gold upstairs, and I'm gonna holler back at y'all. Yeah, baby.
So you got one more time. You got one more time where I will leave this booth to come get you.
He has been waiting to get you, boy. He been waiting to get you. I saw when he left the booth after he saw the Claysack, boy, I'm gonna get him.
Yeah, but he likes it too. He was sizing it up, you know. Although he was hating on it on camera, off camera, he told me, man, that's a clean tie.
You know he was digging it. That's Robert Randolph right there. That's the other running back for this team, who was actually 4th in the conference in running the football. So they had the top rusher and the 4th best rusher in this backfield for Alabama State.
Yeah, and last time when they played Southern earlier during the season, he rushed for 100 yards as well. So it was Williams and Randolph. Each of those guys rushed for 100 yards against Southern in the last game.
Second down, Randolph tries to get to the outside, nothing doing. Andre Payton has been active thus far early in this football game and comes up with another big play for a loss of yards.
Yeah, you know, Andre Payton on the depth chart is listed as a backup, but for Southern University, they use 9 defensive linemen. They rotate them every play, every other series. So if you're a backup, you're really a starter there. And Payton's got good size, and he's a senior 4-year guy in the Jaguar program, and he's been coming off the bench for a long time, kind of like in basketball. Remember the microwave, Vinnie Johnson?
Yes, absolutely.
You know your role.
You know, they told me years ago at Southern that that's the way they do it. You never have a kid who's inexperienced when you use them all the time and rotate. Here's Jackson on 3rd down, avoiding one tackler and able to get rid of this, or he would have lost even more yards on the play. That's going to set up, though, a 4th down and 15.
Yeah, he showed some mobility. And right now, this Jaguar defense is rising up to the challenge. They gave up over 40 points in the last meet. They're saying, not today. We're going to make this a defensive struggle.
Taurus Morgan, the linebacker, the senior from Chattanooga, is the man who put the pressure on, forcing the pass. So another punt now for Mike Bryson, averaging 36 yards a punt, the senior. Standing back deep for Southern. Albert Turner again. He's standing at around his 37-yard line. End over end punt. Angling. And then Wade takes a nice Alabama State bounce. Goes inside the 25-yard line. Going to be down at about the 23. A 52-yard punt for Alabama State. For Mike Bryson. And so now the defense able to do some things, not with their backs against the walls. You take a look at the first team all SWAC members for Alabama State, the running back Williams, Kerry Nagel, the center, and Rock Dillon, who we talked about at the top of the show, who also is the SWAC Defensive Player of the Year.
And they feel slightly slighted because, I mean, Jackson's nowhere on the first or the second team there. And you're talking about a team that could be one of the best in the conference, only having 3 players on the first team.
But they put 9 players on the first and second team all over. And you take a look at Southern has 4 players.
Starting with that guy right there, Thomas Ricks at the top, the quarterback. And you got James Vernon, who's been doing this thing all year long, wide receiver. Mignon Smith on the offensive line, and Ahmad Trudeau, the quarterback who we talked about earlier, who leads the country in interceptions.
8 to his credit. First down, and that defense stepping it up for Alabama State. Once again, it's that middle linebacker, Billy Gresham, who we saw earlier, who had the interception in return. The big old brands on his arm would suggest that he knows how to do a little barking every now and then.
Omega side 5. I guess that would be the way. He's going there, and as he's letting you know.
Second down and 10 after the big defensive play by Gresham. A little shifting in the backfield. They give it to Herbert. And it looked like the handoff was not as clean as they would have liked it to be. Because of that, Desmond Foster was able to get a body on him, slow him up enough for everybody else to catch up.
Yeah, it looked like they were going the wrong direction. He ran the wrong way. You know, Ricks clearly had the ball out there for him to get, but that's what happened when you got a freshman running back in there. A lot of things going on in this statement. He's thinking, probably overthinking right now, just going the wrong way for the handoff.
3rd down and 9 now for Thomas Ricks and company. Leading this one by 7. Clock continues to roll, and Ricks now not happy with what's coming from the sideline.
A little confusion there, and they don't want to give it away in this battlefield position. You got to play like you're protecting the lead. So I like the leadership there by Ricks. Just calling a timeout to discuss it with Coach Richards.
Okay, now we heard from both coaches on what they thought they needed to do to win this game. How about hearing from you? What are your keys to victory, Jay?
Well, Alabama State, you got to slow down this Jaguar attack. If they start throwing the ball all over the field, you're going to be in for a long day. How do you stop the passing game from Southern? You got to rattle Ricks. You got to get in his face, show him different looks. Don't let him see the same coverage over and over. And if you're Southern University, you have to control the ball. Don't turn the ball over, because if Alabama State has a lead, they're going to hold on to the ball, and you won't get that many touches in the game. In your run defense, you can't allow Keldrick Williams, which they've done a great job of so far. You can't allow Keldrick Williams to rush for over 100 yards like he did in the first game.
Williams has been steady Eddie when it comes to reaching the century mark. I mean, I think he hasn't reached the century mark just twice all year long in football games.
He's in the negative right now, so you better play catch up.
They're doing a good job defensively thus far against the starting running back for Alabama State. But 3rd down now and 9. Ricks over the middle and had a wide open wide receiver. Pass is complete. Good for a 1st down. And the pass goes to Keenan Henderson, the junior from New Orleans, for 16 yards.
Yeah, and happy to get so wide open. It's 3rd and long. You got to wonder what the call was there in the cover. You had a cover 3 defense with the defensive back giving too much cushion. He was 10 yards off him from the snap of the ball. Look at all this cushion there. That's too much cushion on 3rd and 9. He's scared. He's playing like he's scared right now, George.
Henderson's 5th reception of the season gives his team a 1st down. Rick's going to display those talents as a runner. Pick up good yards on that play before being dragged down by the defensive end, Kerry Frazier.
And when you talk about Ricks, the quality individual that he is, I mean, last year, there was a point where Quincy Richard had already graduated and was thinking about leaving school, saying, well, not leaving school, but leaving the football program because he already had his degree and didn't want to compete for the starting job. Well, Thomas Ricks convinced Quincy to stay for the betterment of the team. So that tells you what type of guy he is off the field.
Very personable, came over and talked to us last night.
He dapped you up, he gave you a pound.
You know, there he is on 2nd down, gonna call his own number yet again. Get to the outside, being brought down by the safety Travis Logan, but not before he picks up yet another 1st down for Southern.
Look at that. That's what you can tell he's a good athlete. Got the jersey hanging out in the back. You know, he's one of those athletes out there. The back is dirty, but it's not even fading him at all. He's out there just, hey, let's throw this thing, keep doing it. And he's a senior. I mean, how great is that your senior year to be the player of the year in the conference and have an opportunity to add some more jewelry to your fingers?
Leading thrower for this team, but also the leading rusher, coming in with 574 yards to his credit. He's already rushed for a touchdown in this one. This time, though, giving us back, and a nice run there for Southern. The carry by Bobby Rose, and boy, we've seen some nice runs. 17 yards Rose picks up here, but Rose and Herbert running the football well thus far.
Man, I don't want to see Melvin Screen get shook. He's got him in his grasp right here, and all of a sudden you're just going to see the shake. Look at the shake that Melvin Screen was grabbing air. How likely you have a running back that knows how to breathe, stretch, shake, let it go. In that case there, Melvin Screen came up with all air. That's what you got to have as a running back, a little whip with you in case you need it.
Screen, one of the better defensive backs in the conference, so not easy to shake him up. And again, Rose is going to carry the football, trying the interior of that defense, and this time Jimmy Parham says nothing doing.
Yeah, look at that right there. Let's hope that's nothing major there with Theory bending over there. They're already thin on the offensive line, and they can't afford to lose anybody. And he's wincing over like that. Shoulder's dragging.
I mean, he is really in pain. He's running the sidelines and quickly being attended to. Meanwhile, his team faced with a 2nd down. And we have another timeout on the field as we come to the end of the 1st quarter. Southern jumps on top early, 7-0 with the touchdown by Thomas Ricks. 2nd quarter action in show when we get back.
Drink variety. Sonic's got it, others don't. Make Sonic your morning drink stop and choose from thousands of different flavor combinations. Start your day with a fresh Sonic Sunrise or come in for our classic cherry limeade. It's not just good, it's Sonic good.
Cleotis? Yes, sir. Do not leave the store.
Of course, sir. I got the store on lockdown, sir. Take care, sir. Well, y'all leaving? Yeah, have a good day now. We'll be open tomorrow.
Cleotis, what are you doing?
I got your Pepsi to go with the sandwich I made you.
Sandwiches need Pepsi. It's the cola.
Cleotis!
Oh, yeah, it's looking good.
Here comes the cake. Come on, smile for Daddy. Come on.
Come on, smile.
Uh-oh. What? Oh, did you see that?
Have you had your protein today? Tyson chicken, beef, and pork are packed with the protein your family needs to keep going strong all day long. Create savory, satisfying meals in just minutes and do more of your day away from the kitchen. Backyard Supermom, powered by Tyson.
Now through Sunday, Zales is having its biggest sale of the season, where you can save up to 50%, plus take up to an extra $200 off every piece of jewelry in the store. Every ring, every bracelet, every necklace, and every pair of earrings. That's up to an extra $200 off, even on sale prices. Now through Sunday only, at Zales, the diamond store.
South side, outside, west side, let's ride. East side, I'm Chi-Town's finest. From Decatur down to DB and EP, Adamsfield to the battlefield of DDB. Pay attention while the game shine like a prism. Glisten, show you how canaries can alter one's vision. Outside, outside, west side, let's ride. Where you at? The whole city behind us. Where you at? The whole city behind us.
Welcome back to another Southwest Airlines presentation of Black College Football, the SWAC Championship here. Birmingham, Alabama. Charles Coe's Alabama State Hornets trailing Southern 7-0 as you get a good look at James Vernon. First team All-SWAC as a junior this year, and yet he's on the sideline, been injured. And there's a report that he may not be back. As Ricks took the snap, completed the pass, or it was incomplete downfield. But they stopped the play, which would suggest that the penalty will be assessed to Southern.
The kids, they didn't stop the play. They let it to keep going. They let the play continue.
Well, everybody else stopped, in other words. Huh? Everybody else stopped.
Yeah, no, Rick's trying to call that. You know who made that really popular in the NFL? They call it a free shot when you know you got the defense offside.
On the defense, 5-yard penalty, still second down.
John Elway. He come up with that hard count, make his voice go up another octave, get you jump off sides and just release a bomb downfield. And his wide receivers knew no matter what play was called, if I get them off sides like that, let's go for it. Just go deep. Go deep.
Because it's a free play. And there's a great idea, a great shot at what Jay was talking about. Everybody's standing around except the receivers. Here's Ricks now, going to hold on to it. Couldn't find much running room on that one. Myrick's Cole is the man there to make the stop as we now take a look at our first quarter stats brought to you by McDonald's. I'm loving it. And taking a look at the stats, obviously Southern's loving it.
6 yards rushing. You got to be loving that. I mean, you don't get any better than that. And the turnover, they don't like that fact there, but they've held on to the football, so they've controlled the football, kept Alabama State on the sideline.
61 yards for Southern passing the ball.
And this is risky. This is the deepest guy right there on the line of scrimmage. They are just daring Southern to take a deep pass here.
Third down, 3 to go. Ricks's pass, and looks like either he was hit when he was releasing the football or it got away from him. Great pressure up the middle by Jeremy Watkins, number 98 for Alabama State.
That's one of those old blitzes they call bringing everything but the kitchen sink. I mean, they brought everybody, and the key thing here is if you're going to bring everybody, you got to make sure you touch the quarterback. And you saw Ricks getting up off the ground, and Coach Richardson's not happy there. It looks like there was a communication breakdown with one of those young wide receivers. Same defense, same front right here. I mean, these are the deepest guys you're looking at right there. You see one guy go back now, so they're daring something to throw the football deep.
4th down and 3 for Ricks and company. He's got Herbert in the backfield with him, and a flag comes in. And if it's Alabama State, they've got to be kicking themselves.
No, that
was going to be against Southern. Delay they wanted to see again defensively.
Ball start on number 39 on the offense. 5-yard penalty, still 4th down.
So now they're going to have to punt.
Yeah, for this to be a championship game, it's getting a little sloppy out there. Both teams, you figure you come out a little nervous in the first quarter, but by the second quarter, you should have calmed your nerves and gotten away from the jitters and played your best football. They're playing sloppy football right now on both sides.
So the former place kicker, now punter for this team, Kobe Miller, going to punt again. Now they're going to try to angle this thing into the corner. Fair catch. It's going to bounce and finally be down at the 1-yard line. A great job by Kobe Miller with the 39-yard punt. If he had any more yards than that, they'd be starting at the 20. 13:55 left here in the first half. We're coming back.
11 p.m. It's Albert and Ben. 2:10. What's up with your friend? It's 3:42. That girl rocks. She's got more skills than you. Now it's 5:38. Thoughts of McGriddles make my stomach quake. Well, bacon, eggs, and cheese on sweet griddle cakes. Only takes one hand to put them all in my face. McDonald's, I'm loving it. McGriddles, breakfast for you, bedtime snack for me.
When you sit for a long time and then stand up, you need Always Ultra Thin Super. Its unique leak guard core is designed to help quickly pull fluid deep into the middle of the pad to protect better than the next leading brand's regular Ultra. For confident stand-up protection, always.
Kevin Moss grabs a Snickers to satisfy his hunger. Packed with peanuts, Snickers handles hunger, and now Kevin is up for anything. Feeling rejuvenated, Kevin decides to help his friend Sully move. Sully accidentally drops a couch on Kevin's foot. He screams. A talent agent driving by likes his voice and signs him. Kevin becomes the 5th member of a boy band called Too Hot. He writes a song called I Want to Be Your Resident. An adoring public misinterprets the lyrics, and in an electoral sweep, Kevin Moss is elected president. Eat a Snickers and become president. Make it happen with Snickers.
Alabama State trailing by 7, and with their backs against the wall, as you can see, the Southern Jaguar Nation
I like that.
in the house.
I like that. That's clever right there. T.R. Ricks, Price. Jaguar Nation, they're great fans, too. We thought they travel in numbers and they know the game of football.
Okay, well, this time, Alabama State going to keep it on the ground as Tavares Jackson holds on to it himself just to get his back out of the end zone when it was 1st and 10 on his own 2. But going to his running backs has not been anything guaranteed. We talked about how good they've been, but Williams averaging over 100 yards a game with -8 yards rushing thus far, and Randolph, who we said was the 4th leading rusher in the conference, -5 yards rushing thus far. 2nd down, make it 7. We'll play action. Pass is complete to Robinson, but a flag was thrown back at the 5-yard line.
Yeah, thrown out there by the outside judge. Looked like he's probably going to get a holding call from that area there. Might have caught that right tackle.
Victor Phillips is the man who finally brings down Alabama's Robinson. But again, the play may not matter. We'll wait and see on the call.
Outside on the defense, number 96. The penalty is declined. First out.
Keyshawn Connor was the man jumping offside, the senior from Baton Rouge.
Yep, and the sloppy play continues. I mean, plays like that, suppose they would have come up with a big play and to lose it because you were offside. So they've got to settle down. Both teams are still playing sloppy football.
So 1st down now for Alabama State. A little bit more breathing room as the ball's now at the 13-yard line. Jackson draws him offside, has a free play. And the whistle blown.
Yeah, I mean, at a certain point, you know, they've got to address this situation there. I mean, especially when you see a defensive tackle. The ball's right there in his face. Don't move till he moves, until the ball moves. I mean, you've got the best seat in the house, the best view on the field, and you're jumping. The guy's right in front of you.
And Perry Davis, the senior, is the man who jumped off. He's been contributing since his first.
On the offense, on the false start, the center, number number 50 is moving his hand. 5-yard penalty.
Oh, well, he got caught cheating. You know, that's all conference center there, too.
I actually like the fact that the official let us know how he was moving his hand.
Yep. He demonstrated for us, huh?
Kerry Nagel is the man who was called went off sides, and I mean, he is a major contributor for this offensive line. Has been rock solid all year long.
I'm telling you.
He's bobbing his head.
Those centers, boy. Offensive linemen are some of the most creative guys you'll ever see on a football team. I'll tell you some O-line stories later on.
And I'm sure you got plenty. 1st and 15 after the penalty. Jackson going to hold on to the football. He eludes 1 or 2 tacklers. Edgar Algeray is the man who finally brings him down. Gets close to the initial line of scrimmage.
That's an element that Javaris Jackson brings to the table. We talk about Rick's running ability. Jackson, we talk about the gun. I mean, you get impressed with his arm right away, but he's shifting, he's mobile, and he can create some things running the football as well. Got a good frame on him, 6'2", 235 pounds, well put together with some speed, and he's strong. So his future is ahead of him. I just would like to see him his senior year step up and have one of those Quincy Richard type years to take it to the next level to get an opportunity to play on Sundays.
What's really going to hurt is he's going to lose his top 2 receivers in Glover and Harris to graduation. And there's one of them as he tries to go to the outside to Glover. Great coverage defensively for Southern on that play. The man defensively back there was Denard Duhart.
You see the play action fake here. You know, he set up, he threw the ball there. This was a catchable pass. He releases the ball there with a quick flick of the wrist, and wide receivers got that ball. He's got to catch that. I mean, the ball was thrown right on the number, so come up with that one there.
And that's one of those seniors I talked about in Reginald Glover. 2nd team all SWAC selection. 7 touchdown receptions this year to lead the club. Duhart, good defensive play, and that sets up 3rd down and 7. Jackson finds his receiver, nice catch. Oh, tried to make a move to sidestep the tackler, and Clayton Harris steps out of bounds. Is going to be shy of a 1st down.
Unbelievable. That's why the sloppiness isn't there, the focus isn't there. You got to know where you are on the football field. You're that close to the sideline. Just cut inside, help your team get the 1st down.
That's another senior right there. That's one of those seniors. You can see Charles Coates saying the same thing.
Yeah, I mean, you know, you don't expect that from your seniors. I mean, on the play before that, you saw Reginald Glover drop a pass, and you're there on the sideline, know where you are. Oh, yeah, that extra step right there, he was right on the line. Football can be a game of inches sometimes.
Absolutely. So by stepping out of bounds 2 yards shy of a 1st down, that sets up 4th down, and Bryson is back to punt again. Turner will be the man standing to wait the punt. This time, no. Thank you very much.
Oh, my goodness.
That punt. What, 14 yards on that punt? You were close. Southern with great field position when we get back, and they lead by 7.
What? You missed the Sauce Awards? Don't sweat it. We're going to bring that beat back. Yo, DJ. With performances by Lil Wayne. Sierra. Little Flip. Juvenile. Nori. Ja Rule, Trick Daddy, and many more.
You should watch the Sauce Awards, because Sauce Awards is the last awards around that's repping the hood.
Yo, the Sauce Awards is on again. Tuesday at 9.
Wow, nice car.
Thanks. That's the 500, the brand new sedan from Ford. It's the only sedan with command seating so you sit higher and see more of the road. Comes with front or available all-wheel drive for great handling in any weather. Not only is the inside plush, it says 5 adults, no problem. Thought it was time to step my game up, take it to the next level. Pardon me?
This is the year to experience the first ever Ford 500.
This is my chauffeur.
Ford, built for the road ahead.
Nas drops it.
The streets disciple, my rap's a trifle. I shoot slugs in your brains like a rifle.
Representing about honor.
One mic is what this is all about. We got rappers who died for this mic.
Pain.
My mom had passed, and I'm stuck with how do I continue with this music.
Ether.
It was a sad day for Jay, the Dynasty, and their whole crew.
And influence.
If the president can take an election, then he's my role model to be a thief.
Catch Nas' testimony, Wednesday at 7:30.
Southwest Airlines bringing you black college football and Yes, we'll put you on TV. There you are. If you show up to the game, we'll try to get you on TV. Ricks on first down, looking down the sideline. And his receiver made the catch, but was out of bounds. A great pass to Gerald Landry, the freshman who comes up with the catch, but they said he was out of bounds, Jim.
Man, he went up. That was impressive. This is a freshman. This is a baby. 1 year out of high school. He went to his prom last year. Look at this, though. Look at the athleticism. Who wants the ball more? I want it. And that was close. He almost got that foot in. This is college. You just need one. That was close there, but I like the attitude just to go get it.
And again, just the numerous receivers they can go to. We saw James Vernon out with the injury, and yet they still have several guys that they can go to. Overstreet, Henderson, Landry, and this guy right here, Ricks, with the run. And boy, did he get cracked by Dupuy. Chris Dupuy hit him, but not till Ricks picked up a first down.
That was helmet on helmet. I mean, Ricks is out here trying to prove something. I mean, he lowered his shoulder like, I'm not scared. Take a look. I heard it way up here in the box. Did you hear it?
Yes, I did.
Look at the run. Let's listen to this at the end. It hurt, George. It hurt. It hurt.
That's Dupuy, the junior from New Orleans. To the freshman, dropped the football, and that could be a costly turnover. Travis Logan is the man who jumped on top of the football. It was pitched out to the freshman, Devin Herbert, and Herbert couldn't control it. And Southern with another turnover.
Maybe that's what Alabama State needs to jumpstart them. We talked about Southern playing sloppy, all half, even though they've got the lead. Now this may be something to give the Hornets something to cheer about. They've been looking all day. Coach Richardson can't be happy in the drum. Turnovers. Well, I love turnovers. The band strikes it up, and everybody gets into it.
Second turnover today. They had an interception earlier by Billy Gresham at the goal line. Lose the fumble, and you saw the graphic. They had just 17 coming in, the least amount in the SWAC. But it's those little turnovers, it's those mistakes that can come back and haunt you. 10:44 left here in our first half. Alabama State gets another chance. This time handing it off to their tailback, Keldrick Williams, still trying to get on the plus side of things, and Perry Davis and company making it very hard for him to do that.
But they're giving him no room to run. I mean, Davis and Lemons, there's no hole. I mean, it's one thing when the running back is just missing the hole a little bit late, but there are no holes there. It's not like they're closing fast. He's got nowhere to run.
I'll remind you, coming up at half, our Southwest Airlines contest winner. We're going to announce that one. And, of course, the bands. I didn't have to say bands, though, right? In fact, I didn't want to say it because I knew you were eventually going to say something. You make sure you remind folks every time. This time, Jackson holds on to the football. Nice pickup.
What's up with these quarterbacks, man? They taking macho pills. Who can out-macho who? I mean, who's harder? I mean, these quarterbacks. We're not supposed to be hard. We're supposed to be just players, you know, the pretty boy type. These guys out here trying to get physical. We saw Ricks lower his shoulder, then Jackson tries to do one better. But I got to give it up for the hardness to Ricks, because, you know, Ricks went head up with a linebacker. Yeah, yes. Jackson just picked on a DB.
You know, Jackson's got to do something to kind of loosen this defense up. They have really honed in on Williams and Randolph, so he's trying to find some ways to pick up some yards on the ground. Third down now in 1. I formation, deep back. Williams, and again he runs into Taurus Morgan. Morgan met him at the line of scrimmage, but it looked like Williams had enough momentum to get the first down.
Yeah, that was very close. That hole looked like it was going to pop for a big one, but that hole closed quickly, and that's a sign of a good defense. When you do give up a little hole, you got to close it quickly.
Williams, who has shown the ability to get big yards against Prairie View this year, rushed for 182. Had a bad ankle late in the season and still ran for 148 against Mississippi Valley State.
Oh, he's a special talent. I mean, no doubt about it. He's one of the best running backs in the country, and he shows it every chance he gets.
Shotgun formation for Jackson on 1st and 10. Throws it out in the flat, completes it to his wide receiver Robinson. Robinson upended quickly. Again, credit Southern's defense. They have really converged on the football no matter where it's been very quickly.
Yeah, and this is our first time covering Southern all year. And the thing that stands out the most is their team speed. I mean, this is a fast football team. They're strong in the middle, and they're fast every place else on defense. So they've got a lot of team speed down there. I guess it's not uncommon to have team speed coming out of Louisiana.
Yeah, and that's something else. Alabama doesn't do too bad of a job putting some football players on the field either. We better say that before them state fans get upset with us. 2nd down and 9 after the 1-yard pickup. Jackson had to get rid of it very quickly, and it's intercepted.
Look out. That's gone.
And that's Ahmad Trudeau with his 9th interception of the season. Still on his feet. Going to get to the outside. And being brought down by the quarterback inside the 5-yard line down to the 4. An interception and a 52-yard return for Ahmad Trudeau.
And that's what getting pressure on the quarterback will do to you. Jackson wasn't sure where he's throwing the football. You see later on, they got a flag at the end of that run there, but you got to know where you're going with the football there. At the end of the run, Jackson's so mad, he's just grabbing everything there, and he got a good yank on that face mask there. He wasn't letting go.
Trudeau with his 9th interception, the most for Southern since Aeneas Williams had 11 back in 1990. And so the penalty is assessed to Alabama State. Wasn't going to make much of a difference. They're already inside the 5-yard line. Maybe give them a yard, but now 1st and goal for Thomas Ricks and company. But again, Trudeau, 9 interceptions, chasing Aeneas Williams, the longtime NFL vet. Here's Ricks on 1st and goal, and not much room there as Myrex Cole, number 99, one of the first guys back there to catch up to him. Also give credit to Travis Logan on the tackle.
Yeah, what you see there, Southern is in the shotgun formation, but they're spreading you out just to free the running lanes for quarterback Thomas Ricks to find a gap that he can shoot through. But down here, I think Alabama State is caught on to that trick, and they're going to just load up the box on him.
You can see the sun has come out. We've got a break in the clouds, although it looks like off in the horizon it'll get cloudy again. And under the sun, Ricks on 2nd down and goal holds on to it for his 2nd touchdown run of the afternoon. 13-0 Southern.
Nicely executed. Alabama State tried to put a lot of people close to the line of scrimmage, but it doesn't matter. It all comes down to putting a body on a body, and Thomas Ricks found the crease in the defense. Following his lead blocker there. You see the lead block right there. Once he reads that block, it's his job just to go on the inside cheek, butt cheek of that offensive lineman blocking for him. Good job of recognition.
And that was the backup tackle, Tremaine Johnson, leading the way from the offensive line. As the kick by Breck Ackley is good. 14-0 Southern. So in the first meeting this year, Southern fell behind by a lot of points, trailed by 20 in the 4th. But the way things look in this one, they're not behind. Doesn't look like they're going to be behind anytime soon. This portion of today's SWAC championship is brought to you by Pepsi. It's the Cola.
Order up.
What's the matter, baby?
My girlfriend, Aisha, she left me.
Oh, that's skinny.
She took my appetite and my ability to love.
Oh, baby, here. Try your sandwich with a Pepsi.
You got what I need. But you
So tell me what you think about my Isaac and player.
Sandwiches need Pepsi. It's the Cola.
The 2004 Dodge Durango is ranked #1 in a Motor Trend full-size SUV comparison test. It's got more cargo room, 7 seats for your squad, flip-down DVD screen, and 8-speaker Infinity sound system. Plus a 335 horsepower Hemi V8 that's really kicking. Oh, we went to town. Better believe it.
11 p.m. It's Albert and Ben. 2:10. What's up with your friend? It's 3:42. That girl rocks. She's got more skills than you. Now it's 5:38. Thoughts of McGrills make my stomach quake. Well, bacon, eggs, and cheese on sweet griddle cakes. Only takes one hand to put them all in my face. McDonald's, I'm loving it. McGriddles, breakfast for you, bedtime snack for me.
Kevin Moss grabs a Snickers to satisfy his hunger. Packed with peanuts, Snickers handles hunger, and now Kevin is up for anything. Feeling rejuvenated, Kevin decides to help his friend Sully move. Sully accidentally drops a couch on Kevin's foot. He screams. A talent agent driving by likes his voice and signs him. Kevin becomes the 5th member of a boy band called Too Hot. He writes a song called I Want to Be Your Resident. An adoring public misinterprets the lyrics, and in an electoral sweep, Kevin Moss is elected president. Eat a Snickers and become president. Make it happen with Snickers.
Catch performances by Ja Rule, Twister, and more.
Check out the Source Awards, only on BET.
The Source Awards is on again, Tuesday at 9.
It's all live. The Rolling Stones gives you live licks. For the first time, live songs from the Rolling Stones 40 Licks World Tour. This 2-CD set defines their entire career with all your favorite Rolling Stone classics performed live. Plus, CD2 features 11 previously unreleased live tracks. Catch the Rolling Stones live at their most charismatic and intimate moments on Live Licks, their double CD set and booklet for just $24.98. And as a bonus, receive the limited edition Live Licks poster free. Or order online at stoneslivelicks.com. Rush delivery available. Call now.
Back here in Birmingham, Alabama, the 6th annual SWAC championship between Southern and Alabama State, and it's been all Thomas Ricks, who scored earlier on a 1-yard run, but it hasn't just been running. He's also thrown the football. You see him with the 1-yard touchdown run there. Here's his 2-yard touchdown to make it 14-0. Southern in control. That on the field. In control on the sidelines is my main man, Cleasy. What's up, man?
The name Ricks has been ringing out all day. This is the Thomas Ricks family right here. That's the mama. That's the daddy. Look at grandma looking like a queen. Y'all 16. How many people y'all bring with y'all today? Who you with? 18. They came 18 deep to see this boy show off today, and he is doing his thing, man. It's a party out here. I don't know about y'all up in the booth, but we having a good time over here, baby. Back up to y'all.
It does look like they're having a lot of fun down there.
He can sugarcoat all he wants, though. I'm warm. He's cold down there. And that's what you get, you know, seeing the Ricks bringing 18. I mean, that's when you think of SWAC, you think about family and tradition. You know, they don't just bring 1 or 2. They load up those Winnebagos. They leave Baton Rouge early. And let's talk about how Ricks got that touchdown run. And look at the interception. You see the play action fake. The pressure on the quarterback made Jackson get rid of the ball early, and once he got that, he had a blocker there, and this is a great return here because he tried to turn on the Jets, realized he wasn't going to get there, and Jackson comes all the way across the field to make the tackle. So give credit to Tavares Jackson for not giving up on this play, but great recognition, and that's why you got to put bodies in front of the quarterback to distract his vision where he doesn't know where he's throwing the football to.
Jackson's receiver also slipping on that play didn't help much as he completes his pass right here to Reginald Glover, whose last attempt was a drop ball. But Glover makes the catch here. Now set up 2nd down and short.
But now you'll start to see a little bit more of a sense of urgency for Alabama State. They've tried to force their will with the run-pass ratio. Hey, although Jackson threw the interception, you got to keep throwing the football and let him get you back in this game. Because they've got to go into halftime with some points on the board, or else that'll be pretty demoralizing when you go up there with a big donut.
And this is going to be charged against Southern.
Dead ball, personal foul, late hit, out of bounds, on the defense, number 37, 15 yards from the end of the run, first down.
Kevin Moffitt is the man who commits the penalty out of bounds with the late hit. Moffitt, a senior, knows a lot better than that. That's what Charles Cole's looking for. Something to go his way. Anything that can bring in some bright light into a room that looks very dark right now. 1st and 10, 3 yards shy of midfield. Jackson over the middle. Great catch again by Glover. And they're going to have to start going to Glover. This one good for 22 yards, but Glover and Harris on the other side have to get involved with this offense.
Yeah, that's what you need. You can tell they're starting to get a little pep in their step, and they're really trying to push down on the gas pedal. And I like the good job of what they do here. The Jackson, you get a one-on-one move, a little shake route here down the seam. He does a good job of getting outside, then coming back into the middle. Great route running there. You see the accuracy on that pass there, hit him right between the deuce and the 1.
Glover with 3 catches in this game for 62 yards. Time now for our Scholastic Athletes of the Game, brought to you by Pepsi. It's the Cola.
Rick Ackley, the kicker from Southern, 3.6 in computer science and political sciences. Victor Ravel, the defensive lineman for Alabama State, with a 3.5.
You don't have a problem with that, G? The scholar athlete. I mean, that's the kicker. The kicker's supposed to have a 3.6. He's not getting hit. You know, he's got all of his brain cells up top. You know, when you see the linebackers up there and the D-line, you know, they're getting hit on every play. Kicker gets hit, what, once a season maybe? I don't know, but I'm just messing with you, Brett. Congratulations. I'm just jealous that I couldn't get that 3.6. That's all.
17-yard pickup. So Alabama State now, good position. Excuse me, check that. That was 22-yard pickup. I was wrong. Just over 7 minutes left here in the first half. Jackson trailing by 14 in the shotgun formation. Over the middle, the gun again. Pinpoint passing. This time, Alvance Robinson makes the catch. 28-yard pickup, Jen.
He threw that ball on a rope. I mean, take a look. He's going to squeeze this in against the cover 2 front in between the cornerback and the safety. He sticks that go route in there. That's what we call a stick post. He comes inside out. Actually, the wide receiver should have taken an outside release. Jackson helped him out by just throwing that gun in there.
That between Jarvis Bridges and Gabe Wallace, the safety. So first and goal, Alabama State wasting little time as they give it to their second-string tailback / fullback, Robert Randolph, who takes it in from 2 yards out to cut into that lead, 14-6.
Yeah, I think the Hornets finally woke up. You know, we talked about them getting off the slow starts, and you see the old power eye modification there, running the ball, just getting the shoulder pad level down and walking in there basically untouched.
Boy, did you see the block by that fullback on the linebacker? I mean, he cleared a huge hole for Randolph to run through. And the point after is good by Anthony Johnson. And Robert Randolph says, come on now, let's pick things up, fellas. We still trail by 7, but we got 6.5 left here in the first.
Cleotis?
Yes, sir.
Do not leave the store.
Of course, sir. I got the store on lockdown, sir. Take care, sir. Oh, y'all leaving? Yeah, have a good day now. We'll be open tomorrow.
Cleotis, what are you doing?
I got your Pepsi to go with the sandwich I made you.
Sandwiches need Pepsi. It's the cola.
Cleotis!
Oh, yeah, it's looking good.
Here comes the cake. Come on, smile for Daddy. Come on.
Come on, smile.
Uh-oh. What? Oh, did you see that?
Have you had your protein today? Tyson chicken, beef, and pork are packed with the protein your family needs to keep going strong all day long. Create savory, satisfying meals in just minutes and do more of your day away from the kitchen. Backyard Supermom, powered by Tyson.
Here we go. I wanted popcorn chicken. I wanted crispy strips.
I wanted original recipe.
Introducing the Variety Bucket from KFC. A 3-in-1 combo of KFC favorites. 4 pieces of original recipe chicken, 4 crispy strips, and 1 large popcorn chicken. All for just $9.99. There's a new way to please everyone. Only in
Chicken Capital USA.
Wow, nice car.
Thanks. It's the 500, brand new sedan from Ford. It's the only sedan with command seating so you sit higher and see more of the road. Comes with front or available all-wheel drive for great handling in any weather. Not only is the inside plush, it sits 5 adults, no problem. But it was time to step my game up, take it to the next level.
Pardon me?
This is the year to experience the first ever Ford 500.
This is my chauffeur.
Ford, built for the road ahead.
George Johnson along with Jay Walker, Joe Claire, and the rest of our BET crew coming in from Birmingham.
Cute couple.
Absolutely. Part of the SWAC championship weekend here in Birmingham. Alabama State band warming up a little bit as their team scores 7. It looked like their quarterback, Devon Jackson, took what the defense gave him, Jay.
No, he wasn't taking what the defense gave him. He was taking what he wanted. You know, the difference, you know, you get settled for what they give.
Oh, the onside kick.
Backfire.
And Charles Cole came out, called the onside kick to try to get the football back. But credit Don Expo, heads-up job there by the linebacker to recover the football and give Southern, on top of that, great field position, something you don't want to give Thomas Ricks.
Yeah, but I admire the courage there. I mean, it took a lot of courage to go for that, and the chances. They almost got him because he slipped down there. They just couldn't get down there quick enough. It was close. It looked like he just won the battle at the bottom of the dog pile.
Expo had to crawl about 4 yards to get to that football. He went down so soon. But he does get it back. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Ricks, little delayed handoff right there. One of those tailbacks. And once again, what a nice run is Bobby Rose. This one good for 13 yards. Let's take a look at the conference standings brought to you by Allstate. Are you in good hands? And you can see both these two teams at the top of their respective divisions. Again, Arkansas Pine Bluff had an opportunity to be in this football game. All they had to do was knock off Alabama State last weekend, and that was a game in which really didn't mean anything for Alabama State, but Southern awful happy that they came to play and got the victory, because that is what propelled Southern into this championship game. Again, another delayed handoff, and again, it's the backup tailback, Bobby Rose.
Alabama State.
Oh, excuse me, check that. That was Herbert. Sorry, Jay.
That's all right. Alabama State is getting a little soft in that middle there. You look at those SWAC stands. Let's still not take anything away from Arkansas Pine Bluff. What a year. And what a job by Mo Forte and his staff to have them compete for the SWAC championship that late in the season. Great job to Coach Forte and staff.
Forte's first year down there at Arkansas Pine Bluff, but this guy, when we talk about Mo Forte, with the experience that he's had in black college football, having coached at North Carolina A&T and Norfolk State, and now taking his wares down there to Arkansas Pine Bluff, and they're very happy to have him down there. Congratulations to he and his staff. Ricks holds on to the football this time, picks up a couple of yards. Finally brought down by Jamal Johnson. Sorry, John.
That's all right, G. I like the coach's strategy here. Coach Richardson saying, hey, okay, you guys are trying to build some momentum on me right now. I realize how quickly you got up and down the field. Let's start running this ball. You think we're going to come out and just throw like crazy? I'm not ready to get into a shootout just yet. Let's slow it down and give you one more possession for the half.
Which is really brilliant, because they've been opening them wide all game long, and it looked as if now these defensive backs have kind of spread out a little bit. Now they're going to put everybody in the box again. And there's Dion Lewis, who can't wait to get in the backfield.
If you're going to jump like that, go ahead and get a cheap shot in on the quarterback. They're already going to flag you, but great sportsmanship there.
Yeah, but that's the difference between a 5 and a 15-yard flag.
Yeah. Offside on the defense. They made contact on number 41. 5-yard penalty. Still first out.
Yeah, you hit that quarterback, and you're looking at another 10 yards being tacked on.
Yeah, they protect those quarterbacks.
Charles Coe, in his second year here at Alabama State, has coached at so many major universities, been with Johnny Majors up at Pitt, bringing his talents here at Alabama State and made him a winner. This pass is complete to the fullback / tight end out of the backfield, Diedrich Schellmeyer, his 10th catch of the season.
Did you see the tackling there by the defensive back, Brandon Averett? I mean, he got there. He saw that big tight end coming. He said, okay, I know what to do with big guys like you running at me. I'm going to take your ankles off of you.
Averett is 5'7", 159.
And
Schellmeyer comes at him at 6'2", 250.
And Averett is smart, too. He didn't want none of that right there.
Schellmeyer picks up a first down, 1st and 10 at the 10. Oh, it is picked up in midair by Johnson. He's rolling. Oh, the defensive back said, give it to me. A big boy.
He was smart. He was smart.
Logan was sitting there saying, give it to me, I'll take it. And the big boy said, no way, I'm going 37 yards.
Yeah, my man said, man, I'm on BET. Are you crazy? You think I'm about to give you my time in the shine? Oh, no.
Oh, Travis Logan, the senior, was screaming for it, but credit Jamal Johnson.
Yeah, and with the catch. I mean, because if the ball hits the ground, it's just an incomplete pass. But it was a shovel pass. He had to catch that ball, and he thought about it. But look at, they're talking. What are you doing?
Big boy was probably sitting saying, instead of asking for the ball, go make a block.
He was like, here. But good athleticism with the catch, though. That really was a good catch, and he had to catch it.
And now it gives this offense a chance with 4:14 left on the clock with their quick striking ability to put some more points on the board. Jackson back in the shotgun. It looked real easy their last drive. Looks like a timeout was called. No, it's a delay of game.
5-yard penalty. Still first.
So now it's going to make it 1st and 15. Jackson, that last drive, I said it looked real easy. He was 3 for 3 for 59 yards. Found his receiver, Reginald Glover, a couple of times with some pinpoint passing. Alphonse Robinson also made a big catch on that last drive.
Yeah, he had it going. He definitely got the team involved. And right now they're opening up the offense, so they're going to let this game rest on Tavares Jackson's shoulder.
1st and 15. Again, a good catch by one of his receivers. This time, it's Lorenzo Hoffman. But let's go back to that last drive. As I said, he was 3 for 3 for 59 yards, Jim.
I mean, look at these throws right there. I mean, he set it up with the out route there. He makes it look so easy. I like this when he started taking balls right here. Look hard to the right, come back to the left, and then this stick 9, you're not going to see a better stick 9 thrown anywhere. Look at that, right there on him. All you got to do is just hold on to the ball. That's called taking what you want from the defense, not settling for what they're giving you.
Well, that last play picked up 8 yards. 2nd down. Jackson on the back foot and completes the pass as he starts to go to his tall receiver, Lorenzo Hoffman. Back-to-back catches for the 6'6", 207-pound sophomore.
You know, why did I say that was so nice, G?
Because it was off the back foot and it still had zip to it?
It was off his back foot, and the receiver hadn't even come out his break yet. I mean, look at the time on this. When he throws the ball, the wide receiver's still running straight ahead. That ball's in the air.
Right.
That is beautiful. That's timing right there. So he showed you the gun. Now he's showing you the touch with the timing. That's what I like. You throw a ball before the wide receiver comes out the break, you have confidence in your receiver to run to the right spot.
1st and 10 at the 34. They're going to try to go on the ground. Keldrick Williams is able to elude one defender and take it to the 30-yard line.
And now they're getting it going there. See what happens when you start to hit them with the pass, then your 1,000-yard running back becomes a factor in the game there. Loosen up that defense. Let Jackson throw it. Then you come back and hit him with Keldrick Williams. And hey, look at that. He got back to even. He got back to even on the day.
Zeros. But since that interception, Tavares Jackson now 5 of 5 for 81 yards. He has been red hot. And his team trails by 7 as we're under 3 minutes left here in the first half. Thanks to an interception by his defensive lineman, Jamal Johnson. Another opportunity for the Hornets. This one a soft pass. Overthrows his intended receiver. Once again looking for Hoffman. But credit Gabe Wallace with coming over there to make the defensive play, the senior from Greenwood.
Yeah, they're trying to go on that matchup there. I mean, when you look at Hoffman at 6'6", you definitely don't want to throw the ball low. So put a little air on there and let him go up and jump it. So I like the decision there, and they're trying to take advantage of some matchups there. But at this point here, you got 2 minutes and 38 seconds in the game. Key 3rd down. Don't turn the ball over because their kicker, although he got one blocked early, has got enough legs. So don't take a sack right now because you can get some points on the board if you don't get sacked.
We talked about Anthony Johnson, who we saw booming it from 50 yards out before the game. That one may have had too much zip to it, Jay, as he tried to hit his receiver out in the flat, Clayton Harris.
Man, that's a downside to having a strong arm because when you're going to throw balls that hard, they have to be perfect passes. If the ball's a little bit high, the wide receiver doesn't have enough time to react and go up there and catch it, where if it had been thrown a little bit softer. And what does this look like? Coach Coe is starting to get a sense of urgency. 4th and 5,
yes,
7-point game and going for it.
Well, if he decided to kick a field goal, it would be a 47-yarder. So, and I think they're a little too close to punt. So here we are, 4th and 5. You can see on 4th downs, over 50%. Jackson holding, getting a block, trying to run over a defender, and I don't think he got it.
Come down to the spot. He ran over the defender, but the defensive back did the job by making him go out of bounds at least. And with that spot, he's going to end up short.
He rolled. He looked like he had a receiver in the flat, but he decided to hold on to the football. And, Jay, you remarked on the fact these quarterbacks trying to show their moxie thus far in this one.
Look at that. I mean, this is when you have to lower your shoulder. Look at the spot. I mean, he ran over the defensive back with all clearly.
Jarvis Bridges.
Yeah. Bridges did a good job of getting his body sideways between he and the 1st down marker. So that was a good job by Bridges of just manning up, loking up.
Hey.
Loke. Haven't used that word in a while. He loked up.
Let's go back down to the field and Cleasy.
Yo, you know what's about to kick off. It's time for halftime. And if you, Jay, I heard you say it's all warm up in the booth. It's hot down here, baby, because they about to get it crunk. Y'all already know how this goes at halftime. Ain't no voting this week. This just all about having a bang-out time at halftime. So we're going to get to that in just a minute, man.
Okay, get up, 79. Get up, get up.
We're coming back to you soon, Cleasy. Don't worry. Look at them warming up, getting ready. This gonna mean something. This is their championship too, I would assume.
This is their championship, you know. And Southern comes in there, they get to perform on national TV where Alabama State said, well, we're gonna do our thing. You know, you did that against Grambling, but show us what you got.
Southern runs it on first down. Looks like they'll be content to take the 14-7 lead in the half. We'll see what they do from the shotgun formation here. But if that is not meant, they're gonna throw it. This time they do, and they complete the pass. Made the catch despite a pretty good defensive effort by the defensive back.
Yeah, that was the linebacker. That was Gresham trying to run underneath that pass, and he almost got it. If he would have come away with that interception, that would have been points there. Ricks is taking a lot of chances with the ball today. You know, he could easily have 5 interceptions in this ball game. He's got 2 thus far, I believe, but he could easily have 5. A couple balls that were tipped and dropped.
We saw Travis Logan drop one in the end zone. 1st and 10 after the play. Ricks now showing off his arm. This pass is complete. And I said that they would be content to go in the half up 14-7. With the clock running, they want a little bit more.
Yeah, once they got a couple first downs and realized we're not going to have to punt this ball, hey, let's go for it now. So now they've got a sense of urgency. And Southern doing 2-minute offense is just doing their normal offense. So
keep in mind that they were able a couple of weeks ago at the Bayou Classic against Grambling to score a touchdown late in the first half. Trying to do it again here. Ricks showing off the arm. Downfield! Oh! His receiver had gotten free. That's Rogers Taylor, the true freshman from Longview, Texas.
And that was freshman versus freshman right there. He got by Brandon Averett there. You know, you put a freshman on the corner for that long, you're taking your chances. But, I mean, they're being very aggressive here, this Hornet defense.
That looks like the play that they scored against Grambling late in that first half I was talking about. 2nd and 10 in Hornet territory at the 49. Overstreet goes in motion. Ricks out in the flat, and you don't see any defenders out there. Averett's the only one, any receivers out there. Mix up on the pattern. That was the closest receiver right there.
Yeah, a little communication mix up there. I know Coach Richardson is saying, what is going on? I mean, he'll go into halftime thankful that he's got a lead, because he'll be the first one to tell you they could easily be down, and they just haven't played a good, solid, crisp first half.
3rd down now in 10, Jay. Got 56 seconds left on the clock. Do you run it, take the time off, or you go for that first down?
I call a draw play there.
Ricks quarterback draw. That's a design play.
Okay,
Didn't fool Billy Gresham. Now the clock runs, and Alabama State's going to call a timeout. Stop it, get the football back.
Yeah, and set up a return. You know, you get an opportunity to either set up a return or go for the block. And one of the points that we discussed earlier is the fact, you know, they've had some layoff. I mean, you know, Southern had to sit around and watch last weekend's action, so they've been off for 2 weeks. So maybe that's why the penalties started coming in. You started to get a little lackadaisical. And they're still, you know, maybe they were still a little stunned at what happened to Grambling. I mean, that game was something else, isn't it? I always say whoever's supposed to win that game is not going to win that game.
Southern went in knowing that if they had beaten Grambling, they would have automatically earned themselves a spot here in this championship game. And this was a season in which Grambling State struggled somewhat, and yet the Tigers had enough to come away with a victory in that one.
And you got, you know, from Melvin Spears, that was a huge win right there. I mean, no matter what the record is, they say, oh, we beat Southern.
Absolutely.
So, and Melvin Spears, he's down here at the game, head coach from Grambling, and he said, hey, I'm 1-0 against Southern. I'm off to a good start in my career.
That's that Army-Navy thing for some of those folks out there who really don't understand the rivalry between Grambling State and Southern. A rivalry that they start planning for the day after the Bayou Classic is over. So Kobe Miller going to punt the football, hope for a good bounce, and he gets it. Ball's down inside the 10-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 10 for Alabama State. They've got 35 seconds on the clock. Obviously, these are things that you say down it. Put it down, you take a knee. Don't even try.
Don't even try. I mean, when they come out with that punt there and pin you that deep in your own end zone with 35 seconds, what are the chances if you really having the opportunity to go, 90-plus yards in 35 seconds? But what are the chances that you can throw an interception, a fumble, snap there? I'd say take a knee, come out, get them in the second half, down by 7.
Charles Cole has watched his club squander some pretty good opportunities in this one. Got some turnovers, couple of interceptions, just unable to turn them into points. And here they are, faking it inside, and Jackson going to try to get to the outside, take it up to the 20. It's enough for a 1st down, and they'll stop the clock after getting a little bit of breathing room. The clock stops as they set the football down. So Alabama State didn't stop it. The clock stops as they set the football down. 27, now we'll start again.
That's what separates college from the NFL. Back up, whenever you get a 1st down in college, the clock stops while they reset the change, and then it starts to run.
20 seconds left. Jackson again with that gun. And his receiver slipped and fell. There was a report that they were playing high school football on this field earlier in the week, the state championships, and they've worn that thing out. And you and I were on the field yesterday. Did it look like it was worn out in the middle?
Yeah, the middle of the field is just completely beat up. The sidelines or the receivers area on the field, by the numbers, they seem okay. But I mean, they didn't play a game. They called it what, Super 6 or something like that, 6 state championship.
Yeah, it's the Super 6 high school championship. It was here Thursday.
Yeah, and unfortunately, that middle of the field, there's not a lot of traction there.
2nd down and 10. Just 14 seconds left, and that one looked like it one hop to the wide receiver, and that's what they're going to say. They're going to say that Clayton Harris caught it off the bounce. and he's trying to do a good job of selling that he did.
He picked that thing up like Ricky Weeks. You know what Ricky Weeks is? Shortstop.
Yeah, Ricky Weeks.
From Southern, 2nd round, 2nd pick of the draft last year. Look at that. Short, good job, good technique. Got in front of the ball, put the chest down there.
So just 10 seconds left here. You would assume if they're going to try any kind of play, they're going to have to throw it up in the air. But
they've been aggressive, too. One thing about Coach Cole, he's been aggressive in this 1st half, so nothing's going to surprise me.
Well, he saw the way his team moved the football as well and said, hey, wait a minute. And again, looks like a timeout for Alabama State. You can hear.
Right, if we miss this thing, we got to punt it from back here. We'll just go ahead and go ahead and run it. Just run the clock out.
Just go triple left, Zeus left. Triple left guard, Zeus left. Triple left guard, Zeus left. All right, we got a timeout.
Like I said, hey, we ain't got no timeouts now. We're done. That's it.
Great audio there.
Absolutely.
Zeus left. Now that sounds like either some type of just all-out go routes, or they'll run the ball. Could be some type of draw there. Zeus is kind of a unique play call there, or naming of a play.
And it looked like the run game coordinator, Chris Kapelovich, is the one who made the call. And they run. Give it off to Kelvin Williams. Williams will take it out to the 30-yard line before being brought down once again by Andre Payton, who's been everywhere, and Taurus Morgan. But that'll take us to the end of the 1st half. And in a 1st half that had its mistakes and yet still had its big plays, Alabama State fans trying to find something to cheer for as they trail by 7.
Multitasking is great, except when you're driving. Answer the cell phone, referee the kids in the back seat, drink your coffee. We all do it. But Allstate knows if you do it a little less, you're less likely to have an accident or get a ticket. Keep a safe record and Allstate can save you up to 20%. Safe drivers cost everyone less. They should pay less. That's Allstate, Stan. Are you in good hands?
Presenting the totally new 340 horsepower Chrysler 300C. The moment you see it is the moment you want it. Chrysler, inspiration comes standard.
Being in debt made things real tense at home. Since debt-free works with thousands of creditors, we got his interest lowered and his penalties eliminated.
Every day, thousands of people call Debt-Free, a non-profit organization.
I was snapping at everyone, on edge all the time. I just didn't know how to deal with it.
I showed her she could make just one monthly payment, and she didn't need to borrow money to do it.
If you're overwhelmed by debt, gather your bills and call Debt-Free now.
Finally, things are heading in the right direction.
Hi, I'm Donald Trump to talk to you about the remarkable convenience of the Visa check card.
Everyone knows the Visa check card's directly connected to the money in your checking account. Oops. But if your card's lost or stolen, did you know you're not liable for fraudulent purchases?
Got it.
And you'll get every single cent of that money back? Guess not. Visa, it's everywhere you want to be.
And I thought he was doing so well.
The new chocolate bar with M&M minis and crunchy and peanut butter. Amazing. Are you?
Now through Sunday, Zales is having its biggest sale of the season, where you can save up to 50%, plus take up to an extra $200 off every piece of jewelry in the store. Every ring, every bracelet, every necklace, and every pair of earrings. That's up to an extra $200 off, even on sale prices. Now through Sunday only, at Zales, the Diamond Store.
All shave gels are full of soap, and soap can leave your skin dry and irritated. Introducing Gillette Complete Multi-Gel, the only shave gel without soap, so you get healthy-looking skin. This is more than shave gel. This is skincare for a man. Gillette Complete Multi-Gel.
Holiday Mint Blast. Sonic's got it, others don't. Celebrate the holidays with Sonic's new Holiday Mint Blast. It's a creamy vanilla treat blended with M&M's brand mint chocolate candies. It's not just good, it's Sonic good.
Catch performances by Ja Rule, Twister, and more.
Check out the Source Awards, only on BET.
The Source Awards is on again, Tuesday at 9. Get it started, get it started, let's get it started.
Let's get it started with Now That's What I Call Music, Volume 17. 20 of the hottest hits from your favorite superstar artists featuring Ashley Simpson, Black Eyed Peas, and JoJo. And when you call or order online at NowThat'sMusic.com, you'll receive this cool cell phone holder free with paid order. Now That's What I Call Music Volume 17 has all the hits, including Lil Flip, Switchfoot, and Nelly. To order Now That's What I Call Music Volume 17, call or order online at NowThat'sMusic.com. $18.98 plus $4.95 shipping and handling. Rush delivery available. Call now.
Today's halftime report brought to you by Southwest Airlines. Over 2,800 non-stop daily flights to 60 destinations all across the country as we come to you from Birmingham, Alabama, site of the 6th annual SWAC championship between Southern and Alabama State, where the Jaguars lead this one by the score of 14-7. George Johnson along with Jay Walker. Jay, I mean, these two are the most talented teams in the conference, and yet a lot of sloppy play here in the first half.
Yeah, they didn't play like, I don't know if it was a time off for Southern or the letdown against from losing the Grambling game, but penalties, turnovers, interceptions, blocked field goals. I mean, for a championship game, you have to come out and play your A game, and neither team has played their A game in the first half, but Southern does have the lead.
As quickly as possible, halftime, though, is the kind of place where you make adjustments and maybe come out a little bit more competent, I would assume.
Yeah, the third quarter is the key. I mean, that's going to determine who's going to win this game. I can't necessarily see it coming down to a last drive in the fourth. Whoever makes the changes and implements them early in the third quarter will hold the driver's seat.
Okay, speaking of winners, time for us to announce our contest winner. BET, Southwest Airlines, and Domino's congratulates Dawn Buffington of Little Rock, Arkansas for winning the grand prize in the Southwest Airlines Black College Football Sweepstakes. So once again, congratulations to Dawn Buffington from myself, Jay, and the rest of our BET crew, and, well, everybody else who's important. We got the bands coming your way right after this.
I love the way you've decorated in here.
Want to get away? Now you can. Just go to Southwest.com for Southwest Airlines $39 to $149 internet specials to 59 destinations nationwide.
You are now free to move about the country.
Let's play for it.
Let's go.
When things get hot, Sierra Mist. Taste one shockingly refreshing lemon lime.
What are you doing?
Rookie.
Here come my boys. Ready for the last play of the game. Ball is set.
Daddy, mark it!
Oh!
Have you had your protein today? Tyson Ready-to-Eat Bacon is packed with protein to keep your family going strong all day long. It's fully cooked and heats in seconds. Enjoy honest-to-goodness hickory smoked bacon anytime you want. Without all the frying, you get more time to sizzle. Kicking it with the boys, powered by Tyson.
Welcome back, everybody, to the SWAC championship, where Southern leads Alabama State 14-7. But it's halftime, and you know what that means. It's the marching Hornets out there. They getting it crunk. Y'all know how I feel about this part of the game. That's the best part. Get the camera on them. Don't even look at me no more. We'll be right back. I messed up.
Wow, nice car.
Thanks. It's the 500, brand new sedan from Ford. It's the only sedan with command seating so you sit higher and see more of the road. Comes with front or available all-wheel drive for great handling in any weather. Not only is the inside plush, it says 5 adults, no problem. Thought it was time to step my game up, take it to the next level.
Pardon me?
This is the year to experience the first ever Ford 500.
This is my chauffeur.
Ford, built for the road ahead.
Throw downfield, we're going to find that out early.
In life. That starts with making good choices from the beginning. Unlike soda, which has no vitamins, Sunny D is packed with a full-day supply of vitamin C plus B1 and a taste kids love into adulthood. We all want our kids to become healthy, happy, successful adults. Put the odds in their favor with Sunny D. The good stuff kids go for.
Now through Sunday, Zales is having its biggest sale of the season, where you can save up to 50%, plus take up to an extra $200 off every piece of jewelry in the store. Every ring, every bracelet, every necklace, and every pair of earrings. That's up to an extra $200 off, even on sale prices. Now through Sunday only, at Zales, the diamond store.
Oh, yeah, it's looking good. Here comes the cake. Come on, smile for Daddy. Come on. Come on, smile. Uh-oh. What? Oh, can't you see that?
Have you had your protein today? Tyson chicken, beef, and pork are packed with the protein your family needs to keep going strong all day long. Create savory, satisfying meals in just minutes and do more of your day away from the kitchen. Backyard Supermom, powered by Tyson.
Drink variety. Sonic's got it, others don't. Make Sonic your morning drink stop and choose from thousands of different flavor combinations. Start your day with a fresh Sonic Sunrise or come in for our classic cherry limeade. It's not just good, it's Sonic good.
All shave gels are full of soap, and soap can leave your skin dry and irritated. Introducing Gillette Complete Multi-Gel, the only shave gel without soap, so you get healthy-looking skin. This is more than shave gel. This is skincare for a man. Gillette Complete Multi-Gel.
Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to the Southwest Airlines halftime report at the SWAC Championship. Now, we saw the mighty marching Hornets, but now it's time for the human jukebox of Southern University. Check them out, baby. They hot.
Well,
once again here at halftime in Birmingham. The Southern University band doing their thing and doing it well as we come back up to the booth. George Johnson along with Jay Walker. It's a 7-point lead for Southern in this one, 14-7, as we take a look at the first half highlights. And
was it pretty early, Jay? Well, no, it was pretty sloppy. I mean, this was a great defensive play right here by Billy Gresham getting the interception to keep Southern out of the end zone. But then Thomas Ricks came on board, got the running game going. He was running all day. Tavares Jackson here making the costly interception. And after this interception return, it was a great return by Trudeau to help set up Thomas Ricks for another touchdown on a quarterback draw again to help Southern get their 14 points. And then Alabama State, well, they started to heat up. Jackson started throwing the ball, and then Randolph, the big bruiser, running back, fullback, punched it in for their score to make it 14-7 where we stand now.
As we take a look now at our first half stats brought to you by Southwest Airlines, again, they have done a great job, and I'm talking about Southern, keeping that rushing attack at bay for Alabama State.
Yeah, those 47 yards.